I don't have to keep showing up for things that are not good for me. And you don't either. Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. I'm Darian, and today I have a quick word of encouragement and motivation for you, and that is a reminder to stop going overboard for the wrong people. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So how often have we poured ourselves out, given ourselves out, gone overboard for people only to find ourselves at the end of everything, at the end of the relationship, at the end of the business partnership, whatever it may be, to feel like we gained nothing and they gained what we had to give. You're not alone. But oftentimes when we find ourselves in these situations, there usually was some enabling going on to allow certain behaviors to happen, to allow certain things to happen that we could have put our foot down, or we could have said enough is enough and stopped it before it got to the greatest point. Personally speaking, I have found myself in these situations because of my heart being big and wanting to give and be compassionate towards others. And then one day I had to wake up and realize that in me presenting myself in that way, yes, you want to have a big heart and be compassionate and all these things, but in me presenting myself in a certain way and giving out what I had to give, just freely, just feeling bad for everybody, having compassion for everybody, that left me feeling used, it left me feeling abused, and it left me feeling like I gained nothing from the interactions that I was having, the connections that I was having. Nobody wants to feel that way. Nobody wants to feel like they gave up so much only to be left dry, having to refill their own cup while everything that they had poured inside of them was poured into other things. Now, I absolutely do believe that it's good for us to give. It's good for us to help others, be compassionate, and give certain resources to others when we have them, especially if we have them in abundance. What does it hurt us to give to those or others in need? But I have found that sometimes others may be in need, but it's not your job to give to those in need. Maybe God has somebody else to give into their life, or maybe those people are supposed to do something in their own lives to get to where they need to go. But if you're overextending and giving out your resources, giving out your wisdom, giving out your advice, giving out your time, even giving out your money, I'm not making this word just about the physical things, but whatever in your life you'll be able to connect and put two and two together with what you may have been going overboard with giving. But it's so many things that you can be given to others, but it's their job to get it themselves. It's their job to seek for what they need, not your job to drain yourself, extend yourself, and give out everything you have to those people only to be left dry. In those seasons where I found myself left dry, in those seasons where I found myself like, well, what did I gain from this? You know, I done gave, but I didn't gain. I had to be accountable, and I had to be honest and real with myself. Who told me to overextend myself and give myself to a great capacity to these people? Just because I call these people a friend, or just because I am in connection with these people or working with these people, who told me to go overboard in these situations? I wanted to do that because of the purity of my heart and the things that were in my heart to do and give, but was it from the right place? Was it because that was my assignment? Or was it because I felt like because this person has this title in my life that I am supposed to just overdo for the person and overgive? Over the years of just growing and experiencing things in life, I have found that a lot of times we may be doing good things. We may be helping others. We may be giving to others. We may be doing what appears to be the right thing to be doing, but nobody told us to do that. It's not our job to do that. Is your motive truly pure in doing that? Is your motive rejection. You've been rejected and you want people to like you. So now you're going overboard to please these people in whatever way that may look like in your life. It may just be every time this person calls, you jump up, go out with them. Every time this person calls and wants to talk about their life for 3 hours and don't want to hear about your life, you're listening in on their life, but they're not listening to yours. It can look like maybe throwing a party for a person. Maybe they have a good thing going on in their life, but this person never thinks about you to do these certain things. So you have to know when it is your job to give and extend, or if it is your job to sit back and let life be life. Sit back and let people do what they need to do to get to where they need to go. It is not your job to carry everybody with you in your life. You have to guard your heart. A lot of times when you have a given nature, or a lot of times when you have a caring or a compassionate nature, you can find that people who are the opposites, people who have narcissistic characteristics, they are drawn to that because they see you as somebody who is able to give them the supply, whatever that supply may look like for their life, that they don't have to work to get that supply. They can just get it from you because you're willingly giving and going overboard in whatever way they may need that thing. So if you find yourself to be extremely compassionate, another word can be empathetic, you may be very caring and giving, you want to guard your heart and guard your space. Make sure that you're not allowing people in your life that are coming to take from you and draw from you. Now where I'm at in life, I have started to move from a place where if something is not benefiting me, it's okay for me to speak up. If something is not benefiting me, I don't have to put myself in that situation. I don't have to keep showing up for things that are not good for me. And you don't either. In order to get to that mindset and that place, you're going to have to come into agreement with the knowledge that you are worthy, that you are not the one who are supposed to just pour all yourself out at the expense of others. You need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. And then after you have done taking care of yourself, your needs, now you can give from that overflow. Now you can give from that place of being full. If you're trying to give from a place where you're taking care of everybody else and not first taking care of yourself, you're going to get burned out eventually. You may have a little bit of energy at first to do these things, but you're going to find that you're probably, after a while, just burning off of fumes. You're just moving off of fumes. You're not moving off of being complete and whole. And once you get to a place of being burnt out, it takes a lot of energy to try to fill yourself back up. It takes a lot of energy to try to pour back into yourself and make sure everything is good again, especially if you are not a person who is used to taking care of yourself. And I'm not even just talking about physically just taking care of yourself. I'm talking about protecting your space, protecting your energy, protecting how you are feeling. How are people making you feel? When people come in your space, are you feeling drained? Are you feeling taken from? Are you feeling used and abused? Or when they come to your space, it feels good. It feels mutual. You know that they care about you. You know that it's a give and take situation, not just a take coming from you. So at some point, enough has to be enough. And at some point, you're going to have to say that I am going to stand for myself. I'm going to care for myself. And when I feel led to, when I feel the overflow, I'm going to give from that place of overflow to others. I'm going to help others from that place of overflow versus from that place of me just burning off of those fumes. I have a very serious question. How many people in your life that you have been going over and above and beyond for and giving your best for and putting your stuff aside so that they can prosper, putting your stuff aside so that they can have this done? How many of those people in your life are actually benefiting you? How many of those people are given to you also? How many of those people are making sure that you're okay, that you're taken care of? Now that I have grown into my adult years, I have found that a lot of people, most people, I want to say almost all people, But I have found that most people are self-centered, even if we don't try to be. In our most human nature, in our most carnal nature, we are selfish beings. So for us to be unselfish, usually it requires intentionality. It requires us taking a look at our hearts, at ourselves, to become that better person, to truly help others out. And a lot of times when we're hurt, that can also cause us to become selfish. It can cause us to become self-seeking, or to even take from others, get what we feel like we deserve at the expense of other people. And so once you have gotten to a healthy space, once you have gotten to a space where you're good, where you feel like you're thriving, and you've healed from that place or come from that place, you have to protect that space, because those who may not be in that space may come and try to take. And to be honest, if somebody is offering something for free and you don't have to give anything back to it, who would not want to take that free item? So you have to look at your time. You have to look at the resources, at the things that you have to give to other people. You have to look at it as a type of currency. So your peace, your equilibrium, every time you're going above and beyond and giving and giving and giving and giving. I love examples and illustrations. So look at it as you are given from your energy bank. You are given from your spiritual bank. And every time you continue to go over and above and beyond for the wrong people, every time you allow people to take from you and drain from you and benefit from you, and you're not receiving anything back, eventually that's piggy bank, eventually that account gets overdrawn if you're not filling back up. So look at it literally as that. Your peace, your mental harmony, and just being okay as a person. Look at it as that bank. And whenever you continue to give and give and give and give and give and give, and you're not receiving back, and nobody's checking on you, and nobody's seeing about you, and nobody's filling you back up, you eventually will be left dry. So stop going overboard for the wrong people and start going overboard for yourself. You have your own things you have to focus on. You have your own dreams. You have your own goals. You have these places, these big places, maybe that you've never seen before, but you know that you can get there. And in order to do that, you're going to have to focus in on yourself. You're going to have to stop worrying about everybody else and trying to do for everybody else, and for once do something for yourself. All right? All right, so that's the word for today, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and that it pushes you forward, that it helps you to continue on and take care of yourself. It's nothing wrong with helping others. It's nothing wrong with giving to others, but you have to first make sure you're okay. All right? All right, I hope you have a great day, and I thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.